Early morning sunlight paints the secluded cabin in a serene forest. Ava and Leo arrive, their expressions a mix of curiosity and apprehension. Ava scans the surroundings, her sharp features hinting at hidden ambition. Leo's thoughtful gaze absorbs the scene, his face etched with time and consideration. The cabin stands silent, awaiting its new occupants, under the watchful gaze of the forest. Together, Ava and Leo take in their secluded retreat, a silent question hanging in the air. In the heart of a snug cabin, Ava and Leo find solace by the radiant fireplace. Bathed in the cabin's warm embrace, journals rest gently in their hands. The pens are still above the blank pages, waiting to capture the essence of their thoughts. A voice echoes, cutting through the calm. This weekend, we won't talk about numbers. We'll talk about roots, the voice continues, revealing a deeper purpose. Because every financial pattern starts with a belief, often buried deep. Inside the quiet cabin, Ava is absorbed in her journal, her thoughts swirling. She pauses, pen hovering over the page, a shadow of doubt crossing her face. I always chase more. Bonuses, titles, wins, but I still feel like it is never enough. Her expression hardens, reflecting a relentless pursuit of something always out of reach. She grips the pen tighter, a sense of dissatisfaction lingering in the air. Inside the quiet cabin, Leo is hunched over a worn journal, pen in hand. He begins to write, his brow furrowed in thought. I always play it safe, he writes, lost in his thoughts. Save everything. Say no to vacations, he continues, the words heavy with reflection. He pauses, pen hovering over the page, a question haunting his gaze. But is it fear? Sunlight streams into the cabin, illuminating the quiet tension between Ava and Leo. The silence hangs heavy as they sit, lost in their own thoughts. From beyond, Coach's voice cuts through the stillness, warm and inviting. Coach asks, let's start with this question. What did money feel like in your home growing up? Sunlight floods the silent cabin, motes of dust swirling in golden rays. Soft, gentle music drifts through the air, filling the quiet space with warmth. An empty rocking chair sits still, bathed in light, awaiting its occupant. The narrator's voice echoes, inviting reflection. Close your eyes. Picture your home at age 7. Who talked about money? Was it open or secretive? Did money mean love, stress, power, shame? Sunlight floods the rustic cabin, illuminating the silent dance of dust motes. Leo sits motionless at the wooden table, a mountain of papers, his only companion. His intense gaze is fixed on the documents, a haunting flicker of memory in his eyes. His voice barely audible, Leo murmurs, my dad would slam the table if bills came late. I learned early money equals tension. The weight of unspoken memory settles heavily in the sunlit cabin. Sunlight streams into the rustic cabin, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Ava sits wearily on a worn wooden chair, her figure small against the backdrop of the cabin. Ava's voice, barely a whisper, fills the silent cabin. My mom would show love by buying us things, then cry at night over credit cards. The weight of unspoken memories hangs heavy in the air as Ava reflects on her mother's pain. The cabin remains quiet, the sunlight casting long shadows as Ava's words linger. Sunlight streams into the rustic cabin, each dust mote illuminated like a tiny dancer in a vast, silent theater. Coach sits, his gaze soft yet resolute, as he prepares to guide the young athlete through the labyrinth of the mind. With gentle encouragement, Coach urges, those feelings, they're not facts, but they became beliefs. His voice, a soothing balm, cuts through the silence. Let's write them down. The air hangs heavy with unspoken emotions as the athlete prepares to confront the shadows within. Ava wanders into the serene woods, sunlight weaving through the canopy above. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting a gentle glow on Ava. Lost in thought, Ava reflects, I think I chase success because I believe being broke means being unloved, like my mom felt. Her words echo in the quiet woods, revealing a deep-seated fear. Beside the gently flowing stream, Leo sits, lost in thought as the water soothes his mind. His eyes reflect a deep contemplation, the stream's melody a backdrop to his introspection. Leo reflects on the fears that grip him, the anxieties passed down through generations. I hoard money because I believe the world is dangerous, Leo admits, wrestling with his anxieties. The weight of his father's lessons echoes in his voice. Like my dad taught me by fearing every bill. Sunlight pierces through the cabin's window, illuminating floating dust particles. The space is simple, rustic. An empty chair sits in the center of the room, silent and waiting. From an unseen source, a voice echoes through the stillness. Now, ask yourself, is this belief mini or inherited? And is it true or just familiar? The sunlight continues to stream through the window, the dust motes dancing as the question hangs in the air. Sunlight spills into the cabin, bathing everything in a warm glow. Light music underscores the quiet. The narrator's gentle voice fills the cabin. Take a moment now, the narrator speaks. Write down a financial habit you have, the belief behind it, where it might have come from. A pen hovers over a notebook, ready to capture thoughts and memories. The soft light dances on the pages of the notebook, promising a journey of self-discovery. A sense of introspection settles over the cabin as the invitation hangs in the air. In the dimly lit cabin, Ava and Leo settle around the crackling fire, preparing to unveil the secrets they have unearthed. The flames leap and twirl, throwing dancing shadows that flicker across their faces, hinting at the revelations to come. The fire crackles loudly, each pop and hiss a prelude to the untold stories about to be shared. Shadows dance wildly, mirroring the agitation and anticipation building within Ava and Leo as they steel themselves for what must be said. The cabin is filled with an unspoken tension, the air thick with the weight of the impending disclosure. Under the dim glow of a solitary lamp, Leo sits in the heart of the cabin, his face a canvas of deep contemplation. Shadows dance around him as understanding dawns, tinged with the bitter taste of regret. In a moment of stark self-awareness, Leo whispers, I realized I punished myself with scarcity to feel and control. His voice barely audible, he acknowledges, but that control is a cage. In the dim cabin, shadows dance across Ava's face, illuminated only by the faint glow of a nearby lamp. Tears gather in Ava's eyes, reflecting the soft light, each drop a testament to unspoken sorrow. In a moment of painful honesty, Ava confesses, I believe success will finally make me feel safe. Her voice cracks with vulnerability as she continues, but I've had success and I still feel empty. The silence of the cabin amplifies the weight of her words, each syllable echoing in the stillness. In the heart of a rustic cabin, a fireplace crackles, casting a warm glow that dances across the wooden walls. Coach sits pensively in a worn leather armchair, his face etched with deep thought. Lost in contemplation, Coach wonders aloud, what if safety, love, and worth aren't tied to money at all? His voice softens as he muses on deeper truths. What if money is just a mirror reflecting what you already carry? The cabin falls silent once more. The only sound, the gentle crackle of the fire, as Coach continues to contemplate the essence of true value. The cabin glows warmly, a haven of rustic charm where every detail whispers tales of quiet nights and crackling fires. A gentle stillness fills the air as the narrator's voice begins to echo softly. The narrator's voice muses, and that is the twist. It's not about fixing your money. It's about meeting your beliefs and choosing which ones to keep. Sunlight floods the rustic cabin. Motes of dust swirl in the golden rays, a silent dance of light and time. A worn journal lies open on the wooden desk, its aged pages whispering untold stories. A voice echoes, breaking the stillness. Now, it's your turn. Complete these 3 sentences in your journal. A money belief I inherited is, this belief made me feel. Today, I choose a new belief. The cabin awaits, bathed in sunlight, holding space for reflection and transformation. Sunlight spills into the rustic cabin, each dust mote a tiny dancer in the golden light, while Example sits in quiet contemplation. Her thoughts drift inward, and she reflects, I inherited the belief that spending is reckless. A shadow of past guilt crosses her face as she continues. It made me feel guilty for enjoying life. With newfound resolve, she declares, today, I choose to believe spending can be joyful and aligned. A serene quiet pervades the cabin, undisturbed by the outside world. Gentle sounds of nature drift through the open windows, blending with the soft melody of a piano. The soft piano music fills the silence. A long, undisturbed pause stretches, emphasizing the stillness. Bathed in the warm glow of the sun, Ava and Leo emerge from the forest cabin, their faces radiant with newfound joy. Smiles light their faces as they step into the bright sunlight. Reborn, the forest cabin stands quietly behind them, the starting point of their journey. The sun, a radiant symbol of their revitalized spirits, casts a golden hue upon the scene. With each step, Ava and Leo embrace the clarity found within the serene forest, ready to face the world anew. Sunlight dances through the forest canopy, casting shifting shadows on the secluded cabin. A rustic forest cabin stands nestled among the trees, its weathered wood telling tales of solitude. Ava's voice echoes through the trees, revealing an internal shift. "I thought I had a money problem." The voice continues, "But really, I had a story I never questioned." The cabin stands silent, a witness to untold stories and quiet reflections. The sunlight filters down, illuminating the path to a new understanding. Sunlight dances through the forest canopy, casting a mosaic of light around a quaint cabin. Leo stands outside the cabin, a gentle smile gracing his lips. His eyes reflect a deep contentment, a sense of peace found in the embrace of nature. In a moment of quiet introspection, Leo murmurs, "And now, I'm rewriting it." His words hang in the air, a promise of change and renewal in the serene wilderness. The forest listens, the cabin watches, as Leo begins his new chapter. Nestled deep within a sun-dappled forest, a rustic cabin exudes serenity. The gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, as birds provide a melodic backdrop to this tranquil scene. The narrator's voice cuts through the peace. What if your financial freedom starts not with a raise or a spreadsheet, but with a quiet moment of truth? The narrator continues, urging reflection. Start with your beliefs, and the rest will follow. The scene fades to black, accompanied by the soft, melancholic strains of a piano. Words appear on the screen. Ready to rewrite your money story? Start journaling today.